Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing this gorgeous install. This is going to be a knotless micro crochet locks, and I picked up this hair from Amazon. This was the 18 inches pre-twisted 1B in 8 pieces per pack. Right, one pack, 8 pieces. Okay, and I got this from Amazon. I'll be sure to put the link directly to this hair in my description. And for this technique, I'm going to be using some Marley hair, just like, you know, a couple strands. So maybe just pick up like an extra bag of Marley hair, because this is going to act as an anchor for the Knotless Crochet Micro Locs. As you can see, the locks look so realistic. It does not look synthetic at all. It doesn't have that shiny, soft, plasticky look. It actually has a more of a hard texture. So first thing you're going to do is secure the long piece of that Marley hair. Secure it at the beginning of your cornrows, and then you're going to like crochet it to your cornrows essentially. So what we're trying to do is create a starting point, but in order to create a starting point, we have to kind of lock the other end. That way the hair is nice and secure. So once that is done, I'm just going to be taking, I think it's like 2 or 3 pieces of locks each. I'm going to crochet that first loose part of my Marley hair. I'm going to crochet that and just put the lock on it, if that makes sense. So you just want to just place it into the strand of Marley hair. That's all. And then you're going to take your latch hook, you're going to take that and crochet it into your cornrows to pull the loose strand of Marley hair into the cornrow. So what that's going to do, it's going to lock in that piece of Marley hair that you just placed onto the cornrows. So instead of doing the knot on the crochet locks itself, you're just doing the knots on the Marley hair while placing the crochet hair in place. So this is going to give the illusion of a knotless look. And the reason why I wanted to do this is because I wanted this hair to be really nice and full, like a full head of sister locks, right? Or full head of Marley locks. But if I wanted to do this one strand at a time, not only will I have knots at the base, which would make it look very unrealistic, I would also have it would just take too much time, right? Because you want it to be full. Like I said, I have 8 packs, you know, to fit in my little head. So this technique allows me to bulk install. Like as you can see, I'm literally installing 3 locks at a time per crochet knots, right? So this is a super fast way to get a full head of crochet locks in without, you know, the time, and also, you know, just to get a seamless knotless look. And I know this can be like a total like brain twist. I don't know how I kind of thought about this, but I just had to kind of figure something out, and I did. So I'm not going to forward this footage. I'm just going to allow you guys watch this, you know, watch this install in real time and see if you guys can kind of figure it out. When you do it on yourself, and you may be a bit like, you know, hold on, did I do that well? But I promise you guys, it's going to stay in place, particularly when you start thinking about the Marley hair as an anchor and a, you know, just think about the Marley hair as the string that's keeping the whole, you know, crochet intact, right? You're just crocheting it into your cornrows to kind of tie it in place, if that makes sense. So if you think about it that way, it's a little bit easier to conceptualize. But I hope you guys do enjoy this video, because I really enjoyed doing this hair. Not only because I've always wanted to get, you know, locks done, so I was really able to see what that would look like on me, you know, in real time, with a very realistic, practical, you know, like depiction of what that would look like as an actual lock. I was able to get to, you know, see that, which makes me want to get locks even more. And if you want to get locks without having to, you know, grow your hair out for 15 years or 10 years, you can still get the look, and it can still be realistic. You can still have fun with it. So this is just such a fun hairstyle, and I was super excited to do this. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So when you get to the very front or the end of your cornrow, what you want to do is take that long additional piece of Marley hair. You want to just crochet it all the way back to your cornrows, like to the the nape section of your cornrows. The idea is you want to follow the braid pattern, right? The braid pattern, the way I braided my crochet cornrows, it's interconnected at the back. So when I work my way back on this cornrow and I get to the nape section, I can connect it easier to the second line of braids. As you can see, even if you don't want to do little connection loops, you can just literally pull the hair across and then crochet to the bottom and then start working your way back again from the bottom to the front. That way it doesn't interrupt any of your parting. You don't get to see that harsh random crochet piece just sticking out on your part. You can kind of hide it seamlessly. So that is the concept, right? So you're just following that line, and as you're taking that line into each cornrows, you're just placing your Marley hair in between. So that is the concept. So I hope you guys try this. I thought this was really, really smart. Kudos to me, pat on the back. And yeah, I was really excited, and I hope this becomes a thing, because I worked really hard on it. Okay, so try it. And I think I have another video on my platform that I showed this technique with, but with normal size locks as well. I believe it was a goddess lock. It was probably 2 videos before this, so just check my page, my channel, and then you can see the video, or I'll just reference it in the description of these particular videos. So and the takedown is equally just as fast, you guys. All you have to do is just find one of the anchor Marley braids or Marley hair. Just take a pair of scissors, cut it loose, and once you cut it loose, the little bits of locks that you placed in between, they just kind of come out. So it's actually a lot faster to take down than it is to install. When it comes to installation time, I think I probably had a total of maybe 2 hours by myself, because once again, this is like maybe the second time I'm trying out this technique. So I wasn't as fast, and plus I'm doing it on my own head. But if I were to do this technique on someone, I promise you guys I will probably be done with this in an hour. And that's just because, one, I know how to do hair, one, and two, it's just easier when you do somebody else's hair, right? And you don't have to twist your head, twist your neck, twist your ankle, twist your wrist, twist your eyeballs. It's just, things just move a lot faster, right? So yeah, it's a lot faster to install on someone else. It's a lot slower to install on yourself, but it's a lot faster in general to take down. Takedown in total took me, I would say, 5 minutes to just remove the hair. And I didn't keep this hair on for long, so I can't really give you guys a review on that process. It probably took me a total of maybe yeah, like 5 minutes to take down. No, it took me a total of 5 minutes to take down, and then I kept this hair on for a total of like 30 minutes. So when I do my tutorials, let me tell you guys this. When I do my hair tutorials, I don't keep them in for long. Okay, I do the hair and I take it off. Reason, because it's okay. I like to try on hair, like, people like to go to the mall or a boutique to try on clothes. And once I've tried it on, I'm satisfied. I'm good. Like, I don't need to wear it because I like to go to sleep without anything on my head, just my cornrows and my bonnet, and that's it. And I just have the best sleep. But when I have any pieces of hair or wig or anything on my hair, I have headaches, and it just becomes really difficult to sleep. So it's just easier for me to go to bed with nothing on my head. So I literally just do these tutorials for you guys. Literally, I do them, I take my videos, I take my pictures, and then I'm done. That's it. But it's very rare when I wear a hairstyle that I've shot a video of. I mean, only time I ever have to do that is maybe if I'm going somewhere, I have an event to go to, maybe I'll do the hair so I could also wear it for the event or place that I'm going to. But I don't really go out much these days, so that hasn't really happened. But yeah, typically that is what I do. Anyways, back to the hair. So if you do find yourself running out of Marley hair, all you have to do is do what we did in the beginning. Get a new piece of hair, create an anchor, to secure it, and then start working your way, just like we did at the very beginning. All this is just connecting a piece of Marley hair or through your cornrows while placing the locks in between. That's all. It's not complicated. It looks complicated. My face looks like I'm struggling, but I promise you, it's really not complicated. It's actually super easy. So this is me reinserting a new Marley hair. All I'm doing is working at the nape because I'm gonna start putting in the locks from the nape. So you want to start on the nape and then work your way upwards to secure the Marley hair to the nape, right? So that's all we're doing. It's literally the same thing like I mentioned earlier, how we started it, that's how we continue it. So just find the next cornrow that you're gonna work on, start from the nape and crochet just the last bit of the Marley hair into the nape going forward, and then that would secure the Marley hair to your cornrows, and then you can start attaching your Marley hair to your cornrows. That's all. And I hope this was able to clarify that in case you guys do get there, you're like, oh my god, I ran out of Marley hair, what do I do? That's all you have to do. Like I said, I'm not going to be forwarding any of this footage because I do not want anyone to be confused or get mixed up. I want you guys to see me struggling with this real time, so that way when you're doing yours, you can literally just put the video on and watch me while I do mine to help you get yours done, literally. So I will do YouTube shorts for those that don't have the attention span to sit for a 20-minute video. If you just want to get the quick gist of the whole thing, I'm gonna do like a short version for YouTube shorts as well as Instagram and TikTok, so you can catch the condensed version of this. So you would do the exact same thing on your left side. And let me just say this, because I am right-handed, I feel like I gravitate towards starting every hairstyle on my right side, and it's easier to do any hairstyle on myself starting from my right side. Now, when I have to do the same thing on my left side, it just feels uncomfortable. That's the word. Not like it's not possible. It's just because it's your less dominant side of your body, so everything is just flipped, right? So just take your time. It's gonna slow you down just a little bit, but take your time and just get it done. It's the exact same concept. You just have to trick your mind and then work opposite, because you'll be twisting your body in a different way. So yeah. Okay, so when you get to your parting section, all you have to do is reduce the quantity of locks that you do per loop, right? So instead of doing a chunk that we were doing, all over the hair, I would think I was doing all over the hair like 3 or 4 locks per crochet section. Reduce it to 2, and you can even do 1. So it just depends on your preference. The smaller you make it, the more natural and flat that the top section is going to look. So if you don't want yours to be bulky, you want more of a natural look, then reduce the quantity so that way it's not bulky. That is the only thing you would have to do. Other than that, the same thing applies. Just continue that loop method, and if you run out of hair or when you get to the front, just loop it back. But okay, I'll show you guys how I'm going to loop this now, because this is the very last piece I will be including at the top. So you know how when we ran out of hair, or when we got to the very front of our hair, we wanted to hide that Marley hair. All you have to do is take the Marley hair and loop it to the back of where so instead of doing the front like I was going to do, you're going to go through the back section of your hair. Okay, this is going to hide it. Or you can just crochet, you know, in between like I'm doing right now. But if you can try and get it to the back, that would help, like where you're not gonna put your where you're not gonna be yeah, that's what I ended up deciding, guys. I was still figuring this out as I was going, so that's why it's very important for me to talk you guys through my process. So I ended up just taking the hair because I didn't want it to create a line on my you know parting section. I'm just gonna take the Marley hair, hide it through the back of my part, that way you don't get to see that, right? So the only time this doesn't work is if you want to have a versatile parting section, then you're gonna have to figure out what you're gonna do, but that ain't my problem. So literally what I just did, that's all you be doing, okay? And then do your the other side of your part accordingly as well. So on this side of my parting, I feel like I could have added more hair, but honestly, like I mentioned earlier, when I'm working on my my left side, for some reason I get tired, it gets harder, and I skimp out. Anyways, that is all. Don't forget to lay down your edges. This is just the edge control I got on Amazon that's been working really well for me. And yeah, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you try out this technique. I hope you do give this hair a try, and be sure to find everything you need in the description below, and I'll catch you guys on my next video. Have a merry day and God bless. Bye.